Now that we have spoken about creating a purchase requisition and we have seen the TDS master setup in the tool, so the next ideal step would be to create a vendor so that we can proceed with creating a PO. So I'll go with username of an employee. So that I'll go with employee login so that we can see how to create a vendor and how it gets approved in the system. So let me go to new vendor. So as we created a PR for laptop, so ideal vendor name we should create is somebody who can sell that laptop. So we go with Dell Technologies. Legal name mentioned is here. So this legal name will be, if given, this will be used in the external documents. So contact person. So contact person, though we can mention it here, but in case for a different PO, we have a different contact person. So the PO will still allow you to edit this contact person. And GSTN, I mention a GSTN which is within Karnataka, and PAN, and a PAN category. So then prison manufacturer. So these category and tires will help you to filter in future if you want to see all manufacturers with whom we deal with, all OEMs with whom we deal with, etc. So these category filters will help you. And same is with tire. Like we know this particular vendor, whether it's preferred for laptops or it's only for this one time, everything for every purchase we have to decide basis merits. So let's put it conditional. MSME, it's not MSME. So the system helps you track this for your reporting purposes. Uh, I'll go with not MSME. Fill up a email ID, phone number. Sorry. We can leave this blank. So this credit limit presently has no role to play. Payment terms, when it gets integrated with Tally, so payment terms gets populated into Tally. So we'll keep this here. So presently the system has tracking of contract end date and it notifies you. So depending upon the number of days to expire, there are different color tags set up in the tool. So if a contract expires uh, in 7 days, you will have a red alert. And if a contract expires in 30 days, you'll have orange, 60 days gold, and greater than 60 days, you will have blue. So that way, so considering it's one time purchase, I'm just keeping this, and whether TDS is applicable. So though for purchase of laptops, TDS may not be applicable, but in case we want to take any warranty, etc., if you remember, we had added these to the TDS master, so we can choose that, and the rate automatically gets populated, and the system allows you to edit just in case there is a different certificate being given for a tax at a different rate, etc. So you could fill that. So by this, you can create a vendor into the tool. Says vendor created, and you can add addresses into the tool. So probably we can add two addresses, one for head office. So this, in case you select primary address, so this will be the one which will be by default selected in PO. So if you want, you can set up another address just in case you are dealing with same company, but you sell at different locations and they have a different uh, GST registration. In those case, the GST rates will be different for interstate and intrastate, etc. So depending upon the location you select, the tool will automatically deduct. Sorry, will segregate between IGST portion and SGST portion. So that's why it's important that GSTN for every location is populated in the tool. Depending upon your configuration or depending upon the input, the split of GST into various parts and corresponding impact on the respective ledger in tally will determine. So the tool allows multi-location supplier. So if you notice, the GST number of different branch will have different state code like 36, and you say add. So like this, you could set up multiple addresses. Then you could go ahead and set up bank account into the tool. So this data is kept at one place. So this way you could add. You can add contacts like this, and commodities in case you want to mention. So for which commodity we use Dell. Now we can attach documents to this form. We'll go with GST certificate first and say GST certificate document number. So this is the same GST certificate number which we have attached. So the system allows you to track vendor documents, and in case any of the vendor documents is getting expired, through the compliance report, you would know when exactly what is going to expire. So the session timed out. So I'm adding it again. So some documents don't have expiry, so you can leave it blank. So let me not upload many documents. So this is the way you could upload all the documents, and then once you're done, the employee can just review the form and then say submit for review. So this way, admin gets these details, and if you see the compliance report here, it will indicate the expiring documents, contracts, etc. For action. So we'll just quickly go to the admin, and even after submit, so if we go back to all vendors and see this, you have the option to recall and resubmit as employee. So now I'll go to admin. So the same alerts for pending notifications, etc. We should be able to see. If you see here, vendor submitted for review. So we go there and admin checks it for accuracy, including reviewing the attachment, etc. So I'm not doing it now in that detail. I could just go and say approve. And so now the vendor is submitted, approved. So the admin will have extra access to edit, suspend, blacklist, deactivate. So you can say suspend, and then you can say deactivate, and then you can deactivate and say reactivate. So all these options are there in the tool for vendor management.